Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. So today we're going to be doing the intro for Throwback 30, and this was created by Jessica Lee. I think she said it was created by somebody else. I think Amanda. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll have to go back and double check that. But these have monthly updates, and you basically select out of 30 prompts. So I think there's a voting on Fantastic Ladies, and everyone votes for the projects that they want to be in there, and I think the top 30 get selected. I think that's how that works. But I have never done this one before, and I wanted to do it because I want to do so many projects and I just can't fit them all in. So this is a way to fit 30 into your regime without, like, you know, missing some or whatever. So at least, I shouldn't say missing some because there's so many and I don't do all of them, but at least this way you can do 30 and feel comfortable with just doing like one project based on 30 different projects. So it's a really good way to participate, and I wanted to make sure that I did this one this year. It runs from July 28th of 2022 to July 28th of 2023, so it is very close to ending. I cannot believe it's almost April. Wow. So we're in March 28th. That's this update. So let's talk about everything that I have. I have selected all 30 prompts, and as they roll out, that's it. I don't roll anything in their place. So the prompt or project is 4 Seasons Project Pan, and the prompt is fall, and I selected lipstick that corresponds with fall. So the first one is Diva from MAC. I have 2 of them. 2 lipsticks, I should say, not 2 of Diva. But I want to use this one up, but I just don't wear lipsticks like this anymore. It's just not my go-to color, and I don't need to swatch these, right? You guys know what these look like. Like, I swatch them, I think, every time. So I think this time I'm not going to swatch them. But I also brought in Bronx, which I really love, except I'm actually using so many different lipsticks right now that I forget to use this one. But they both have about the same product on them. And Bronx was, I think, new when I brought it in. So Diva, I have 12 uses, and Bronx, I have 20 uses. So the next one is for 50 Shades of Pink, and the prompt is, of course, a pink item. And I brought in the eyeshadow in Razzleberry, which I actually put on today, funnily enough. It's very pigmented. My son is really enjoying a show. That's actually him having fun. So in case you think he's like in pain or something, that's him being excited. But anyway, this is Razzleberry, which is a single eyeshadow from Makeup Geek, and my goal initially was to complete the whole thing. It's not going to happen, so I'm just going to use it as much as I can use it, and 4 uses is more than I've ever used it, I think, in the past. So I think that's relatively okay. It's not, I mean, it's not as good as I wanted, but it is what it is. The next project is for 7 Deadly Pans, and the prompt I selected was Sloths. I guess something that takes a long time to use. It's like a slow mover. And I went through my little black book of bronzers, and I selected Endless Summer for this prompt, which is right here. And I mean, I want to say you can see that it's loved, but more so you can see on the ones that have shimmer stuff in them. You can really see those ones being loved. But even though this one looks used, it is not like as noticeable on camera. So that sucks. But I definitely use it a lot. But I also pretty much use everything. I just swirl my bronzer brush around, so yeah. The next one, the next project is for Alice in Wonderpan, and the prompt I selected was Cheshire Cat, and that is a lippy. And I wanted to use up this Lancome Juicy Tubes lip gloss in the shade Spring Fling. And as you can see, I made really good progress on this recently. So the previous update was barely anything, and then this time I'm just wearing it all the time. Every morning I go to work, I put it on. This will take me forever. There is a huge bubble, though. You can see right here. There is a huge air bubble in this that takes up this much space. So technically I'm about down to here in reality, but I can't get this out. So it's just gonna have to be in there for a long time. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this by the end of the project, but if I can continue with this much progress, my god, each month, then I should be able to get this done by the end. But I'm not confident that that will happen. Just want to be straight with that. But as much progress as possible is awesome. And then it will go back into my plant pan, like little bin I have. So the total amount of uses I have is 39. I just need one more use, which I could potentially get today, but I'm at 39 as of the time of filming. For the next project is Beauty A to Z, which I'm actually doing this year and having a lot of fun with it. And the prompt I selected was for the letter M, and I had brought in my MAC blush in the shade Margin. I actually decided to declutter that when I did my back-to-back because there were starting to be little bumpies in it because it's so old. So I didn't want to use it anymore, but I only got 15 uses on it. My goal was to hit pan on it because I feel like it's a sort of a texture and a finish that is like easier to use in a blush, right? But that's not going to happen, and it was getting gross, like little bumps in there, so I was not having that on my face, so I decluttered that. I don't think I have any rollouts this month, but I do have a lot of progress on things. So the next one I have for Birthstone Beauty, and that prompt I selected was May for Emerald, and I selected this one right here, which it goes from like a blue to a green. You can see the blue there, and it goes to like a strong emerald green. And it's really, really beautiful, but I haven't really used it much. I think I've only used it 4 times. My goal is 30 uses. How am I going to get 30 uses when I'm using so much eyeshadow in all my projects? It's crazy. So I don't know that that's going to happen, but 4 uses is more than I expected myself to use that shade, honestly. I don't even know why I bought, honestly, I don't know why I bought it, but it is absolutely beautiful. So now that I know what it looks like on me, I will continue to wear it. The next project is for Drop 10 Before Summer, which I believe just started recently, and the prompt is summer themed item. Now I also want to lose the 10 pounds. I have not focused on that until very recently, so I'm hoping I can get those 10 pounds lost before summer. So wish me luck with that, but it's not really a thing as far as the project goes. It's just more of a personal thing I want to do. But I also went into my Too Faced little black book of bronzers, and I wanted to select the shade Sun Bunny, which is this one right here. And you can really see the progress, I think, anyway, in this one. There's like a bit of a dip going, especially on the darker side. Like the darker side has more of a dip than the lighter shimmery side. So you can go into one side or the other or mix them, and I just mix them. I actually just mix usually like this, like 3. Sometimes I mix this one. Just whatever I'm feeling for the day is what I grab. And I'm starting to see a lot of usage, but I feel like this is something that I will declutter at the end of 2023, and then I'll just buy the bronzers individually that I really like. But I have so many that I don't know. I love having them like this. Now that I'm actually using it, I love this, but it's getting old. This is like from 2013 or something. I'm gonna say 2013, 2015. And as great as that is, these things have bumps, and that's so gross. So after this year, it is gonna go bye-byes. For the next prompt, or project I should say, I always say prompt first, but it's for the next project, and that is Food for Thought. And the prompt I selected is food themed item, and or I guess all of it is a food themed item. I guess for the whole project it's all food themed. So I went with my velvet cupcake or velvet cake palette. I can't remember what it's called because it's either red velvet cake or red velvet cupcake or something. But anyway, this is what it looks like from Glamlight, and it doesn't say the name of it anywhere, and I have the original packaging somewhere, but I don't keep it on. I put them in a bin somewhere. But this is what the inside looks like. It's starting to drip oils and things like that on some of the items, but I'm fine with that. It's just the consistency, I think, leaking out. Okay, hang on. Hang on, baby. I mean, we'll fix, okay? There you go, honey. Okay, so on this one, I only have 11 uses, and my goal is 20, like using 20 shades in general, just any 20. So if I use 5 in a look, that's 5 uses. So I want to use 20, and I've used 11 of these. I used actually this one today in my look as well. So it's a little blown out, but I'm not mad. I love the red color. It's just I'm tearing so heavily on this side that it's really looking messy. But I will definitely get the uses on this. Mark my words, I'm going to get those uses. The next one we have is for Harry Potter and the Pan of Fire, and that prompt I selected is Bludger Something Black, and I selected this item right here, which is beautiful. I wish Tarte would still do blush compacts like this, but this is a holiday compact from years and years and years ago, and I want to actually really get some use out of this in the coming years, probably next 2 years, and then maybe it's gone. But anyway, this is what it looks like. It's really beautiful, and my goal is to use this 50 times, and I've so far used it 20 because I was focusing on another blush that I needed to complete. So once that's completed, these blushes and this one and like other ones and other projects are all going to be more of a focus because that one will have been done, but I needed to heavily focus on that to get it out. So I have 20 uses and I need 30 more, and I think, so it's March, so April, May, June, July. I have 4 months to get 30 uses. Oh my gosh. We'll see if I can do it. The next project is I Heart the 90s. That is so much fun, and the prompt is Smells Like Teen Spirit, Love Nirvana. So this is a scented product, and I decided to go with Katy Perry's Meow perfume, and I want this done. I love the scent. I love the very, very sweet smell of this. It's such a beautiful smell to me. I enjoy it, and I want to complete this, and this is where we are now. So we did some heavy work in the last month. I use this almost every day, not so much every day, but I want to say at least 1 squirt every 2 days, but sometimes I would do like 6. So I got some really good use, and I would like to see this done in the next 2 months. I think I could maybe do it. It's starting to taper as well, so I'm hoping I can get this done in the next 2 months, but we'll see about that. Then I have Let's Get Loose. The prompt is, of course, a loose powder. And this one I use the Sephora. It's it says universal powder, but it's like a translucent powder. Honey, inside voice. No touching mommy's eyeshadows, please. We've already been through that. So I wanted to use this. Yes, honey. You want to okay, what's in there? Okay, go sit down. So I wanted to use this one up completely. And honey, inside voice, please. And I am only down to here. So I really hope I can get this done before the end. I'm actually mixing this with, I can't grab it right now because there's too much stuff in front of it, but I'm mixing it with a MAC loose powder that's actually like a highlighter, but it looks so good all over the face with this. So I'm hoping I can get that completed. And currently, do I have, oh, I don't have a weight or use tickies written down. So it's just, that's what you see. I'm sorry. But the next one I have is for lip service, and the prompt is set your own goals for lip products and just use whatever lip products you want. And I selected the Sephora. I'm so sorry for the noise, you guys. I selected the Sephora Lip Cream Liquid Lipstick in the shade 72, and I used this 13 times so far, and my goal is to complete this. And I feel like this is something I'm going to have to work very hard at in order to complete. But I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I would really like to be able to have that finished. The next one is for Mean Girls Quotes, and the prompt is on Wednesdays we wear pink. And I decided to go with the eyeshadow in the shade AKA from JD Glow, which is right here. Really beautiful, massive shade. And I wanted to use this 15 times, and I've only used it 5. I don't think I've used it very much. I'm definitely going to have to do some more primary focuses on my eyeshadows that I have in projects in the next month or 2. It's going to have to be a goal of mine, otherwise I won't reach for them. So I'm just enjoying my eyes project pan way too much. And I think next year I'm going to have to like reset what I'm doing for projects. So yeah, I think I'm going to do eyes again next year. And if Deb decides she doesn't want to continue that, I'm just going to do mine on my own like I did in December of 2022, because it was just so nice using whatever I wanted. For That's Expensive, the prompt is most expensive item, and I went with Hourglass. This is the Ambient Light Edit in Sculpture. That's what the palette is called. And so far I've used it 27 times. This is what it looks like inside. I wanted to complete this year because I wanted to get all my Hourglass stuff out, but I've since changed my mind about Hourglass, and I would consider buying more of these in the future. It's just, I was sort of, you know, in my own head about, like, not even in my own head. I'm trying to be very supportive of inclusivity, and I just didn't feel like they were that inclusive. And now that they are being more inclusive, and I've watched a lot more, like, content creators that would use deeper shades, I'm just like, kind of more aware of the fact that it's working for them, and it's nice for me to see that. I don't know. I have Métis in my background. I feel like it's nice to see inclusivity there too. So for me, it's nice to share that love. It should be everyone that's inclusive, not just certain people. So now I'm happy about the brand for now. I shouldn't say happy. I'm okay with the brand for now, and I could continue buying these in the future, but I have to work on what I have in my collection first before I consider buying more. But this is really, really cute, and I'm okay with this. It's a really nice product. The last project that I have this is Fantasy, and the prompt is Cyclops, and it's a single shadow, and I checked. I went in with Glamorous, which is the third one in the middle. Third one, you know, this one right here. Stop wiping your nose on me. This one here. And so far I've only used it 4 times, and I want to hit pan. It's a very gray neutral shade, but I think it's something that I could probably start wearing a lot actually. So I should definitely just get the use and stop, you know, not using this stuff. Just stop it. So that's everything that I have. Everything else has been taken out. I think I've completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And let's see how many declutters I have out of those 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I decided to declutter 5 items out of my collection based on this project, and I'm going to tell you, I think that's incredibly valuable information for me, because trying so many things and realizing what you're playing with and what you like is a big deal. Then you don't need to have all the clutter and collection stuff in there. I'm trying to get rid of the collector mentality. So yeah, I'm really happy with this project. I think I want to do it again next year. I have to go tend to my kid because he's just screaming around all over the place. Thank you for being so patient. I really appreciate it. I apologize for all the screams. I wish I could give you a warning, but I'm not editing this. So just thank you so much. So much. In the comments, if you could just leave me the number 30, if you don't know what kind of comment you want to leave, I would really appreciate that. That would be so fantastic. And I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.